Hello. So finally back again. Um, talk about what I've done. It's my power system and item system and stuff, and what I'm about to do to all the planting. Um, and yeah, I thought I'd get it all out of the way before I did any big changes. Um, Otherwise, you just come in and look like a completely different playthrough. So what I've still gone with is the canola setup for actually additions. I'm not sure whether I've explained much about this previously, but I'll go through how this all works. So basically, we've got this level up here, um, and then the plants downstairs. So the plants get harvested, the seeds get put into the AE2 system, and the canola itself gets put into the barrels, which then get fermented into refined canola oil. That oil is sent through this pipe along here. It comes up here. We're probably not going to be lucky enough to see anything, but we've got the fluid placer there, which puts it in there. The dropper from below shoots up a seed, which turns it into empowered oil, and then the empowered oil gets collected from here. Basically, this is all just to figure out when that's all happening and time it correctly. Then that liquid gets put into here, and basically the same process happens, but with a crystallized seed, I believe it is. I don't have any of that on me. Maybe there's one in here. Yeah, empowered canola seeds. I think those are the crystallized seeds that go in that one. Bit of a freeze. There we go. Yeah, and then that gets turned into the empowered oil. No, is that right? Yeah, it is. Empowered oil, which powers my oil generators there. These will be replaced with dynamos, because I think the dynamos get more power out of it. But this works for the moment. I think the main issue is that these things just constantly run. They don't turn themselves off if there's no need for the power. So I need to set up a big battery of capacitors or something to gain that power, because as you can see at the moment, it's not doing anything because the system can easily handle the throughput from the seeds. So immediately as they're done, it all goes through the thing, so the system's constantly waiting for more input. But at the moment, it definitely makes enough power that I don't need to think about adding a new level of canola seeds or anything like that to make sure the system's constantly running. So as you can see here, it's crafting one of the empowered seeds, and then this is where it uses the atomic reconstructor to create the, or is that the crystallized seed? This is the empowered seed here. This is my mining system. I'm pretty sure I've shown this before. I've just tacked a little plastic system on the back, so it uses that signal to trigger placing an oak block. See that how it flashes. So essentially, as soon as that breaks, another oak block will be placed. It's kind of, yeah, not the most efficient system, but it's easy enough to just put it there. I'm not really wasting anything. So this is what I've been able to mine so far. some pyrite, nickel, aluminium, zinc. I haven't really gone through it all. I've got some yellowite to see one platinum. What I want, beryllium, sulfur, but yeah, got this set up, and it actually gets me a little bit of XP from that. I've still got this old system here with all these things from the auto or from the sifter. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do that. I've just made a bit more stone because I used a bit of it to do all that. Yeah. So here we've got the AE2 system. Okay, we currently don't have enough power to keep that running. I think the main thing is that these things take a lot of power. So, and it's trying to fill up the whole droppers and stuff in there. So yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that. Yeah, so standard AE2 system. I've got 2 CPUs on here because we've got 2 things that we're simultaneously using. So one CPU can control the Empowerer, one CPU can control the Atomic Reconstructor. That's about it. And then if we go to the void, so I've already started to clean this up. So what I did was I've added a cobble base down the bottom because I've got my flying ability totem. Made it a lot easier to expand the area. And then what I've done is I've started removing the water system, and then I've removed the farmers, and then I'll remove all the dirt and start setting it up differently and use the planters, the thermal dynamics or thermal foregoing or whatever they are. I think I've got one on the plants, so industrial foregoing. So yeah, use some of these updated machines, which will work a lot quicker than actually Additions farmers, but they worked well while I had them. And then also update this system, which is creating the different intermedium, superium, inferium, supremium, potentium. So yeah, I've got a bunch of seeds and essences here. So the idea is to get this system set up that so that it can actually feed into the overworld stuff, and I don't have to come here to grab things. But yeah, at the moment, it requires a lot of cleanup, so I'll be getting onto that. And basically, that's pretty much it. It shouldn't take that long to start getting the garden set up, but to get all the different seeds set up is probably going to take a little while. Is it Delta? Yeah. So you can see I've got a couple of seeds here and there done. The idea is now to actually go through and finish everything I need to do to actually get most of these seeds growing. And then with the essence, some of them, the essence can be used for multiple things. So like the dye essence can make all of the 16 dyes. But for example, the gold essence will just make gold. So it's figuring out which things only have one recipe, setting those up to automatically run in crafters, and then storing the result. And then other things like the dye essence will just directly store the essence and set up recipes in the AE2 crafter to get those things when I need them. But yeah, so a lot of work to do, but I know how to do this, so this will be fine. yeah, should be quite interesting. Get my base kind of set up enough that we can just come through and finish a lot of these quests fairly easily. So yeah, I'll stop it here, and yeah, hopefully when I come back I will have all the garden stuff set up and sorted out not having any power. Like I said, that's just because we're trying to fill these up. So it wants to, it's constantly requesting empowered canola seeds to fill all that up. Same here. See, it's almost finished filling this up with crystallized seeds. So the way I actually get those there is not completely straightforward. So what I've done is I've set up these two tiny chests, and this one has an export bus for crystallized canola, this one has an export bus for empowered canola, and they have a crafting card. So what that does is, if this export bus can push into the inventory that it's connected to, it will. The crafting card means it will also request crafting of that item if there is none of that item there. So essentially these trigger these two things to do the crafting. And then from here these push into those precision droppers. So as soon as the precision droppers fill up and then these have got items in them, then this will no longer request, it'll only request when those items are actually used. So yeah, it's just a matter of filling in that backlog. But for now it looks like it could use some temporary juice. I might, I've got some solar panels and stuff that I'm using over in the Void World. I might bring those over and hook those up to push power through as well. And like I said, probably having a big capacitor battery I could set up over here. Just set up a bunch of them, and that'd be nice. But yeah, for now I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, we'll see what like the miner can get and stuff while I'm doing all the garden things. Cool. I'll see you in the next one.